So I'm going to be having a session with Julia for the Metamorphic technique.
Yes.
And the Metamorphic technique, I know, is deliciously soothing and relaxing. And but can you tell us what's actually going on when you give a treatment? Well, it's not actually a treatment, is it?
It's not a treatment, no. It's just a technique. It's often referred to as a tool for personal transformation, and it just does what it needs to do. It offers potential for growth. And that's its main thing. And I stay out of the way. I do the technique on the feet, hands and head, and you receive whatever you need from that session.
Okay. So this is just a little taster.
Just a little taster. And we just start with a very light touch.
Oh, I love having my feet touched anyway. It's so relaxing.
Yeah. And just in specific areas of the feet, hands and head.
So is there any reason why you're doing it to the inside of my foot? What does that?
Well, they're just known as spinal reflex areas.
Spinal reflex areas.
Yeah. And it's a very light touch because you're not manipulating in any way. You're not trying to make an outcome. So that's.
So you say it's spinal reflex areas, but that's not my spine. That's my foot.
Yeah.
How does it relate to the spine?
It does. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've not studied anatomy or anything like that, so I just work on this technique in this way. And as I say, you just stay out of the way of it really and let it do its thing. How is it feeling? I mean, people often say, oh, it's very relaxing, and some people will experience sensations in the body sometimes.
Yes, well, I'm feeling I just love having my feet touched anyway, and it's very, very soothing what you're doing, even though you've only just started. And I feel like shutting up and and dozing off. It's gorgeous. Oh.
Yeah, yes, people often do. They do, will just shut their eyes. Some people like to chat. Just, everybody gets what they want from it in their own little way. And
because my understanding also is, because I've learnt the Metamorphic myself, is that it's very good for children to help get them to sleep. So mums can do it with their children, can't they?
They can, yes. It's an easy to learn technique, and it's very good to use with children.
I remember I used to use it with my son to get him if he came back from school rather hyped up. He'd sit on the sofa and I'd do him, and he'd
Yeah, it's nice if they allow you to. That's the thing with children. Some children just won't. They won't sit still long enough. But I think even if you do a few minutes, it's quite helpful.
That's great.
Yeah,
and so after you've done
the other foot,
do you want to show me what the give me an example of the hand?
I'll give you an example of the hand. Yes.
So what are you doing now when you're waving?
That's just the energy, just finishing it off really.
Okay, well that felt a very... So normally, how long would you spend on each foot?
Normally for a full session, I would spend 20 minutes on each foot, 5 minutes on each hand, and 10 minutes on the head. So it's an hour session.
So what would you do
for the hand? With the hand, we're working on this side of the hand. So whereas you're only working on one side of the foot and across the top, it's a similar.
So it's the same
smooth principle, same smooth movements. You can do little gentle taps as well, like that. the thing is, you're not manipulating in any way. You're just.
So that's what's so wonderful about metamorphic technique, isn't it? People can come when they haven't got a reason for having therapy necessarily, and it's beautifully relaxing.
It's for anybody. It's safe for anyone, including pregnant women, people that are perhaps nearing end of life. Absolutely anybody, as long as they're breathing, really. It can be used on animals. In the case of animals, you would actually work down from the nape of the neck of a large animal down the spine to the tail. But you don't obviously do that on humans.
Oh, lovely. I could sink into having the whole session. So if anybody wants to find out more, they can contact you at the...
Contact me at the Hoseley Peninsula Wellness Centre. I have a Facebook page, which is Julia Mavis. I have my email address is juliamjones10@gmail.com.
Well, we can put all your details up on the Facebook page. That's brilliant. Well, thank you, Julia. Is there anything else you'd like to tell people that they can understand?
Would you like to me to demonstrate on your head
as well? The head, okay.
Just before, yes. The best way, I think, is.
So now we're trying the head. Oh.
Most people love this bit.
I certainly love it. Yeah. I should drop asleep straight away.
It's very nice, isn't it, when you have your head touched?
Feels like you're kind of tiptoeing tiptoeing on my hair.
Yeah, I think that's how I would describe it as well when I receive sessions. Very calming. So this part would normally take about 10 minutes, and this is...
So you start with the feet and end with the head, is that this?
That's right, yeah. And if clients are, if they've been talkative throughout the session, quite often they get to the head, and then that's when they'll go quiet. But everybody's different, of course, so it doesn't necessarily follow. But because it is very relaxing, it's usually the spot, if any, that people tend to relax more.
Okay, well, thank you. Thank you for...
I'll just finish off by putting hands on shoulders.